Everybody, welcome back to Sunny Morning. We're here live at the Dorado Royale here in Mexico's Riviera Maya, and we have a very special guest with us this morning, Abril Rodriguez. Welcome to the show.
Say again, Rodriguez.
Abril Rodriguez. I have to roll the R's. Was that good? Was that wrong?
No, that was great.
It worked out. It worked out.
She understood. That's what.
No offense taken. I get it every day.
Thank you for being with us. And, before the break, we were really talking about this global, waste problem and what a dilemma we have on our hands. It's only going to get worse before it gets better, right?
Unfortunately, you're right on that. Yeah, if we don't change our habits and our minds and the way we behave and the way we see waste, instead of saying waste as a material that we can use actually, definitely, yeah, it's not going to improve. And yes, thank you so much for inviting me.
Well, we want to bring this issue to the fore because, we're living in a paradise here, right? Let's be fair. This is a beautiful area that for many, many years, the conservation efforts here are, to me, really world class. And I think a lot of people come down here and they learn a lot about it. But you're at that level now where you've decided to teach and to help children, right? Tell us a little bit about your project, what you do.
Thank you so much. Well, I actually realized that education is the seed of everything. If you can plant some seed in a kid, this will grow and they eventually will develop things. Like, for example, I took my example. My dad used to be very, very conscious with me about environment. He will show me the beach, the beautiful oceans that we have, and he will teach me that if we take care of the environment, this will stay this way forever, but we have to take care of it. It's not going to be just like that, just by magic. And that way, I was always aware of that because my dad told me. And I thought about that, and I tried to share this with a lot of adults and people of my generation. And definitely, yes, my generation is very conscious, environmentally conscious, but a little maybe not too wise on how to act. Because they definitely care. Everybody cares. Everybody wants to do something, but they don't really know what to do, where to start, and things like that, But I started looking at children because these creatures are sponges.
Yeah.
And they're so sensible. Like Sylvia was saying before, right? They're super sensible. So if we show them the true about things and how delicate the environment is, they really get it. They really get it, and they appreciate it.
I would like to say that when I talked to Abril previously, some time ago, talking to her and finding out exactly when she told me about the children and her intention about actually teaching them, then I tend to agree, of course, because normally children from 0 to 7 years old, that's when they are building their behavioral conduct, self-esteem or non-self-esteem, etc. And all those factors are crucial. So whenever you are teaching something, anything, a good or a bad thing to a children, they actually will take that as something important in their lives. And that's why it's very admirable what she's doing, because without knowing that, without realizing, all she knew is that children are sponges and they could actually learn something. And exactly, if they actually grow with this intention of preventing more than fixing, preventing things, then they're going to become in the future the professionals. They're going to become the future lawyers, the future ambientalists, the future administrators, the future architects, the future everything, doctors in general. So, and of course, by seeding this type of awareness in the conscious of the environmental situation or aspect, then absolutely they will be able to turn things around into our benefit, humans' benefit. So, Abril, tell us, you have here some kind of samples that you are bringing of things that we can do when we're talking about the concept of reuse, right?
Exactly. Actually, these are some examples of the things that I've done with the children in the last market craft that I have been participating. So, for example, do you want me to show it?
Of course,
please. Yeah.
Of course.
You want me to hold the
Thank you.
microphone for you so you can actually show it?
Thank you. For example, here we see something that every family, maybe we waste one a day at least, one a day or maybe 2 a day, depends on how many milk you drink at home. And usually this doesn't get recycled because in Cancun we do have actually an initiative. It's called the Resu. It's an initiative of the government to take all your garbage every month separately and they will recycle it. but it doesn't have as much communication in the community, so not much people know about it, unfortunately. But you can do it. So most families usually just dump it on the dumpster. And what you can do, and what I thought about it, because I was checking it out, and I saw that the shape of these tiny boxes is exactly the shape of a gift bag, you know? You can fold it like this, and it looks just like this when you decorate it and
Wow.
Oh, wow.
some things on
What
it.
you're actually doing, can I
Sure.
touch it, please? What you're actually doing is what you're trying to say is that out of a simple item like this, then it would mean nothing to us anymore, right? Because we had the milk, right? This is a milk packet. Then we actually can create something like this, which is a gift bag.
And
This is very creative. I don't know if the camera we have a close-up, because this actually is really worth it to see. Abril, what is this in here?
everything, Sylvia, is recycled. This used
What
to
is
be
this?
an old necklace that I had.
Okay.
Everything, so I undid the necklace, and I put the pieces like a pantry. This was
Okay.
material that I used for a maquette for when I was in college, and the paint I did purchase that, but everything else is also as a
What is
leftover. It's just strings that I put like as a braid, but it's
Okay.
leftover from another project that I had. So
Very well. And look at this. So what do we have in here, Abril?
this is another tree. That was a
Tree
punch,
of
it's a
life.
tree. Yeah. Well, obviously also the message, right? Trees, palm trees, ecology.
Okay.
Absolutely.
This was actually made by a kid. She left it to me because she just told me, oh, I'll leave it to you. I'll do another one. And she gave me this one. So
Okay.
a kid can do this. A 13-year-old kid did this. So I thought if companies, with the better processes,
Yeah.
created more professional bags, I mean, definitely these are sellable. These are commercialable,
Well, can you imagine, Elliot? I mean, how many gifts do we handle per year?
Well, I mean, you can multiply this easily into the millions and really, across, in particular, even a region. I mean, we're over 1 million people in Cancun. So can you imagine it's over 1 million at least a year of these, right?
Exactly. So, and then, like if our children, they just get a little creative, not only we will save a lot of money because a gift bag, I mean, well, in Mexico it's around like 50 or 60 pesos in general, like about $3 more or less.
A nice one.
However, a nice one. However, our children, instead of being in the iPad or instead of being in the cell phone for so long, what if they actually, you ask them to build something out of this, they reuse it, they find things at home, because I see you have some materials in here, Abril, that they can
Yeah.
actually play. So basically the concept is that they can be very creative, building something else.
Exactly, yeah, and exactly what you were saying. Like this is the era of, I know the era of WhatsApp, MySpace, not MySpace anymore, but Facebook and Instagram, and there's no one single day that I don't see children and teenagers and adults, everybody on the cell phones. And this is definitely something really good, because you get creative, you put your brain on creation, imagination, which is essential for creative business, even though. And you reuse things, which you're being conscious that this is waste, and you can use it as a material instead of going to the dumpster and creating more contamination, which we have, you were saying, millions of tons a day. So definitely it's good in every way, I believe. Yeah.
And what else? I mean, what else can we do with everyday
Yeah.
items? What else have you come
Let's
up
say you
with?
have here this glass of container.
An
This
empty
is just
jam jar or
a jar of, it could be
I mean,
sauce,
how many of these do we have
jam.
in our house? I mean, we buy these. We don't know what to do with them, do we, when we get rid of them? So they just naturally, like you say, just get tossed away.
Exactly.
So what kind of ideas would you give us, Abril, with something like this,
Well,
a glass container?
The one that I brought this time,
Oh, wow. What is it?
Oh, I want that.
everything
Wow.
recycle again. Everything recycle. This was a coffee jar as well.
Okay.
And I emphasize in the recycle thing, because I showed this to my roommate, and she told me, "Wow, this is like a wedding centerpiece, you know?"
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
And I told her,
Could
"Oh,
do like for candle, you mean?
for a candle,
For
for
a tea
example,
candle.
you can put a candle and you can put it on a table centerpiece, and I mean, it looks very presentable."
So
And
decorative.
the
isn't it?
material?
The material, it used to be I don't know how you call it in English. These things that you put on your waist.
Like a
On a
sash.
dress?
Like a sash.
A sash.
sash?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
An old one that I had it like from years, but I never threw it away.
Okay.
And I put it as a decoration. And this old bag, this is an old Indian bag, and you know the Indians.
Oh, how
have a
cool is
lot
that? Let
of
me open this
Oh,
up
they have
here.
the decoration. So it's
decoration.
this.
So it's this part.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
You see, I
Look how
rip it off.
colourful that is. Yeah. It's okay. Let's turn around this way.
Yeah, it used to be like
Well,
that, you know?
ladies and gentlemen, one of the things that you must be very careful about, because thanks to this, your kids, you better give them stuff that you are not using anymore. Other than that, your blouse is going to disappear.
You're going to be under the scissors. Like, hey, they're my Jimmy Choo shoes. What are you doing? I paid $600 for those.
Yeah, you might have to put a
I am
special
reusing things.
Yeah, you might have to put a space for storage for that special.
This is for non-recycling.
all the kids are going to say, hey, you told me to be very creative, so you can blame me.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you right now. Let me go over here and scream.
My MAC lipstick, no.
So we want to hear about your stories about the things that you didn't want recycled, okay? But yeah, you should. I mean, also, there's so many great things you can make. This is just a tip of the iceberg. I mean, what you can do, right?
Just a couple of examples I could find out in my house like really quick. Yeah.
I mean, you probably do have any websites or places where people can go to get inspired, because people are watching this and thinking, these are great examples. We've got school holidays are coming up. So these are things that kids can get involved in quite easily, or workshops that we run, things. What would you recommend?
I would recommend every school, every preschool, elementary, and high school to have a taller, I don't know,
Workshop.
a workshop
Workshop.
of recycled articles, because this is material. This is commercial material that we can use, and recycled material always has an extra value. And I would say every school should have this.
Yeah, I mean, you have a particular place here locally, right? A beautiful environmental park in Kaba Park, where you have these workshops. And Saturday mornings, you go there and you see children diligently going away. I mean, spending hours there, not a smartphone in sight. It's great.
Yeah, no.
Parque Kebab Fest is an event that we have once a month in Cancun, and it's a farmer market. But also we call people like Abril that are very interested on helping children or helping with activities, creative activities that actually the children can help themselves, and also the adults, because the parents are normally seeking for activities for their children, and sometimes it's like, what else can we do? Well, there are people like her that are helping the environment, they're helping the children, and they're helping the parents as well.
Yeah, beautiful natural setting there as well. You're surrounded by wildlife there as well, right? Running around,
It's beautiful. And yeah, everything's local. Everything's actually local economy also supporting. So all the local producers go there. They have the chance to show their products, and everything's super high quality because it's artisanal.
Very nice. We're going to come back in a moment. We're going to stay here. Stay with us. Abril has some more things to share with us. Stay with us here at Sunny Morning.